Good morning. This is Black Crow walking from Australia, bringing you a study of A Course of Love by Mari Perron. We're up to chapter 9, and you can start anywhere in this book and just read 2 verses and you will get blown away by the heart wisdom that's coming through. This is not about the head, this is about the heart, feeling into and knowing rather than thinking and programming. There's a difference, believe me. I've just been reading, or starting to read, today's lesson or today's study. Don't like to use the word lesson anymore because most of our lessons are pre-programmed by other people who are dysfunctional. All right. Yesterday we talked about that we created our bodies. And you did not create yourself, but your body did. But your body you did create. It was created for its usefulness, just like every other object that shares the space you occupy. That was yesterday's lesson. So today we carry on further with that, and I found it quite alarming at first, so let's have a look. The body could not help but be thus, as it was made with dual purpose in mind. It was made to make real and then glorify a separated self. And it was made to punish that separated self for the separation. There you go. I'm alarmed, are you? Its creator had in mind what is reflected in the body. Self-aggrandizement, that's a word I've never said before, and self-effacement, pleasure and pain, violence and gentleness. A desire to know everything, but only through its own effort. A desire to see everything, but only through its own eyes. A desire to be known, but only through what it would choose to share. Alongside these desires, it is easy to see how a world such as that of the body developed. Alongside the desire to know was the desire not to know. Alongside the desire to see was the desire not to see. Alongside the desire to share was the desire to be hidden. Alongside the desire to live was the desire to live no more. You've always been as you were created. And this is what you chose to make from that with which you started. In other words, you took what you are and made thus of yourself. You did not create something from nothing, and you did not usurp the power of God. You took what God created and turned it into an illusion so powerful that you believe it is what you are, rather than believing in the truth. But just as you have done this, you can undo this. This is a choice set before you, to go on believing in the illusion you have made, or to begin to see the truth. Well, there's a challenge. You're basically saying we have created ourselves, and we have. We were born with a body that was divinely created. But then we took control, didn't we? We took control and we learnt from dysfunctional society. learned the programs, we learned what we were told to learn, or we were punished. The body could not help but be thus, as it was made with dual purpose in mind. As soon as you bought into this program that says you're a separate entity, and I use the word entity because we're all entities. As soon as you bought into the program of separateness, of individualization, you made it real and then glorified a separated self. And it was made to punish that separated self for the separation. See what a weird world we live in? We're all doing it. We're all separating ourselves from each other as if we are separate beings, and yet we are not. We are the same life force living in form, experiencing. And it's what we are experiencing that is setting us up to respond or react. And a lot of our responses separate ourselves from the other person because we don't like their behaviour. We don't like what's happening out there in the big wide world. So we separate ourselves and then we punish ourselves for separating ourselves. How mad is that? Crazy stuff. And yet we do it. And we do it for many reasons. Maybe a sense of safety, the illusion of safety. We're never really safe. We're never really safe. It's a sad, sad situation, but we're not. I mean, the bomb could drop tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? It doesn't matter. What's happening right now is what matters. And if you're feeling separated and alone, then stop and look around and see the life force in everything and everyone. Its creator had in mind what is reflected in the body, self-aggrandizement, self-aggrandizement, I wish I could say that better, and self-effacement. So building ourselves up and tearing ourselves down. How often do we do that? We don't need anybody else to tear us down or build us up. We do a really good job by ourselves. And the truth is, beloved, that we're all the same. There is no superior, inferior system out there. There's one that wants you to believe in it, but it's not the truth. We're all the same. There are no superior beings, nor are there inferior beings. It's a learned belief that we need to let go of. Oh my God, if we could let go of that and see each other as a part of each other, as this divine source that's living life in form that's beautiful, kind, caring, loving, all the qualities of God, all the qualities of love. If just for a moment you got a glimpse of that, you could let go of that separation that you insist upon. A desire to know everything but only through our own effort. A desire to see everything but only through our own eyes. A desire to be known but only through what I would choose to share. Alongside these desires, it is easy to see how a world such as that of the body developed. We bought into the world, folks. We bought into the programming. We bought into the dysfunctionality. We bought into something that sets us apart. Let's come together again and live this life from the perspective of everything is love. Everything. Everything is an expression of love. It's not our job to fix everybody, all right? It's not our job to tell people that they are separate. It's not our job to tell people that it's time to experience life informed from a different perspective. It's not our job to do that. It's our job to truly live through our own eyes and our own ears and to share that love with those around us. And if we tell ourselves that's going to be difficult, well, that's what we'll create. But if we just be our true, authentic selves and just love, that's all, just love. Everything will align with that around us. Even if it is in still believing it's separate, it will align with us. Alongside these desires, it is easy to see how the world such as that of the body developed. Alongside the desire to know was the desire not to know. Alongside the desire to see was a desire not to see. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. That's what I often say. I don't want to see that. I'm in my world of love. I don't want to see your world of separation. Alongside the desire to share was a desire to be hidden. How often have you wanted to hide your light, to not be seen by the dysfunctional world? I have done that so many times. Wanted to be invisible, wanted to suck my energy right in so that whatever was going on around me was not going to affect me. And yet it does affect us, doesn't it? We can't let it go. Our thoughts roll around in it for a long time. Alongside the desire to live was the desire to live no more. Life and death, returning to hopelessness and helplessness and dependency as we get older. Does it have to be that way? We're here for such a short time, beloved. If you're creating hell with your body, with your physical being in this planet, on this planet, well, good luck with that. Love seems to be an awfully good alternative right now, doesn't it? And let that bright light that you are, that internal light, that divine light, shine out to everything and everyone, unashamedly. Let go of shame, blame, guilt, blundering through life unconsciously. Let it go. You're not here for that. You created your experience in this physical body. You did, even though the body was created by love. You took it and created your life as it is now. You're so powerful, so masterful. You're here to self-master. So what are you going to do today to make the changes necessary so that you do want to see, you do want to share? You have always been as you were created. Always. The internal being has always been as you were created. But this is what you chose to make from that with which you started. You came into this world innocent, happy, free. You've always been that. You've just covered it with a story. In other words, you took what you are and made this of yourself. You did not create something from nothing, and you did not usurp the power of God, the power of love. You took what God created, what love created, and turned it into an illusion. So powerful that you believe it is what you are, rather than believing in the truth. But just as you have done this, you can undo it. Yay! There's the good news. Just as you've done it, you can undo it. That's it. You can. How beautiful is that? There is the hope. There is the power. There is the light. Undo all those things that you've created, that you've locked yourself into in separation. This is a choice set before you. Choose it. You are choosing every minute of the day, every single minute of the day. You make a choice. And this is not about you running around doing the hero thing, fixing everybody else. This is about you coming back to you. This beautiful you that is still as you were created, and undoing all this separate consciousness, all this illusion. Undo it. And come back to a choice that's set before you, to go on believing in all illusion you have made, or to begin to see the truth. I don't know about you, beloved, but today I'm going to begin to see the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is you are light, not dense and heavy. You are filled with love. And all those other things that you're suffering the illusion of can be set aside today and undone, and move more consciously into choice. Today, choose for love. Choose for you. Choose happiness, peace, and freedom. I love you. Until we meet again tomorrow. Bye for now.